Elon has some opening remarks. Elon?
Thank you. So, yeah, it's been a great quarter. We achieved record Q2 deliveries. Model Y, I believe, is now, I think it's the best-selling car of any kind in the world, and is setting records across the board. So its popularity is increasing tremendously, and we're seeing uh, in locations that have FSD approved, we're seeing a very high take rate of FSD, and in fact, I think for a lot of people, they're actually buying Tesla Full Self-Driving with a car attached, as opposed to a car with FSD. They're coming into our stores in the U.S. and saying they want the Full Self-Driving, and with whatever car it comes with, essentially. So clearly, this is a significant demand driver, and as we get approval for FSD in uh, different countries, I think we'll see a similar uptick in demand. Yeah, it's looking very good on that front. The energy business is also growing incredibly fast, and I think will be um, crucial for the scale up of artificial intelligence data centers. Um, we're investing a lot in growing the core business and, and really preparing for the future. So this is a massive capex year, but I'm confident that all the things that we're investing in are will yield incredible returns. Really, maybe the best capex returns that we've ever seen. And just the Tesla team has performed incredibly well. The Cybercab has started production, and we also have started production and are ramping in. Well, we will soon start production with Optimus. We have started production with the Tesla semi truck. We will soon start production with Megapack 3. We've started production with the lithium refinery, the cathode refinery. We're scaling up battery cell production, and we're also preparing to do a massive solar panel, like solar cells and panel production. Actually, this is going all the way from silicon refinement to producing the solar cell and then deployment of solar, because there's going to be tremendous need for electricity in the future due to electrification of transport and AI, obviously. So we're working on what we believe is the most ambitious build-out of advanced infrastructure and manufacturing capacity ever in history. It's a big deal. So with Robotaxi, our goals are very ambitious for Robotaxi, but we do need to be cautious about causing any accidents or causing any harm to anyone. Although there are, I think, 30 to 40,000 automotive deaths per year in the United States alone, most of those do not generate any press on it. There's that there, you never really read about almost any of those. But if we injure even one person, it will be worldwide headline news, and regulators will immediately clamp down on our activities. So, and we don't want to injure anyone. So we're going as fast as humanly possible in scaling Robotaxi, but while trying to ensure that we do not harm anyone at all, and ideally do not even run over a pet. So that's really the constraint, is we want to grow as fast as possible with Robotaxi without harm to anyone. And we're providing live updates for Robotaxi launch as we open up in a city. We immediately post that on X. So if you just follow the Tesla account on X, we'll keep you informed as we scale to new cities. We've opened up in a number of cities in Florida and in Texas, and obviously in the Bay Area. So we'll continue to scale, I think, very very rapidly with it looks like more than 10% a week in terms of miles driven. So it's a very high compound growth rate. So let's see, Optimus. As you've heard me say before, I think Optimus will be the biggest product ever, but it is a very complex problem to solve. It's one of the hardest things to solve, to make an autonomous humanoid robot that can do tasks that if you simply ask it to do something or show it a video, it can do the task without any programming. Um, like no one's ever achieved this, and there are many challenges in the electromechanical design of the robot to achieve sufficient dexterity and also be very reliable and have long wear and tear. Like meaning, it needs to be out in the field and not break down. Otherwise, you've got sort of a 70-kilogram robot that just flopped over, and you got to carry it out like a body. You know, it doesn't have wheels. So and we don't want Optimus to go haywire. So um, it's a lot of work to scale to get the design right and to scale production. And I really want to emphasize here that the production scaling challenge is a very substantial. This is going to be the hardest product to scale manufacturing that we've ever made at Tesla, because everything on the robot is new, and the difficulty of scaling the production ramp is proportionate to the newness of the parts in the robot. And you know, at least with electric cars, the non-electric powertrain portions of the cars had an existing supply chain. So you could go to existing suppliers for wheels and side mirrors and windshield glass and that kind of thing, body panels. And but with Optimus, there is no supply chain. So we've had to build up a supply chain in its entirety, or in-house the production, and we've in-housed a tremendous amount. Um, the Optimus production line that we're building out in Fremont, uh, in place of what used to be the Model SX production, it looks incredible. I mean, it's quite stunning to see. Um, so, um, so I just want to make sure to calibrate people correctly. Optimus will follow the sort of normal S curve of manufacturing of a manufacturing ramp, but the initial portion of the X curve will be quite flat and long because of the newness of the um, of the parts in the robot. Um, so um, Now, you've probably seen lots of impressive demonstrations of robots on the internet, but those demonstrations you're seeing are pre-programmed or remote controlled. So there is no humanoid robot that is actually able to do generalized tasks. Uh, Optimus will be the first one that is capable of doing that, where it's not just a demo; it's genuinely useful in day-to-day life. So and Optimus is designed to have full human dexterity, so a hand that has the same level of dexterity, if not higher, than a human hand. And the human hand is an incredible thing. The more you study the human hand, the more amazing you realize how amazing hands are. It's more than just opposable thumbs. I mean, the nuances of how human hands work are amazing. The closer you look, the more amazed you are. Um, and Optimus will have that capability. It'll have human and then superhuman dexterity. So it's really going to be quite something. Let's see, Terafab. Um, you know, the Terafab, we expect to announce the location soon, and provide more details about our plans in that regard, which we'll leave that to the product, sort of the launch announcement, rather than try to squeeze it into an earnings call, because I think this is a very big announcement, and it deserves to have its own sort of stay in the spotlight and not be sort of squeezed into an earnings call. But I do think Terafab is going to be an amazing initiative and a necessary one, and one without which we will be constrained in our ability to scale Optimus production, because we simply won't have enough AI chips. So it's crucial to solve that, and we'll have to solve memory, logic, and packaging in order to scale Optimus. So But anyway, like I said, we'll leave that to its own announcement. We've placed equipment orders for our development fab in Austin. And that development fab, I think, is pretty cool because it's intended to have lithography mask production, and then logic, memory, and packaging and chip testing all under one roof. So you can have a very fast iterative cycle, and try out new chip designs very quickly and see if they work. I don't think such a building exists anywhere on Earth. So this is really going to be super helpful as we try some exciting, adventurous, high risk, high payoff bets on AI chips. But it's focused, like I said, on primarily on Optimus. Like, how do we make Optimus as useful as possible? Then we have we have digital Optimus, which is basically just driving a computer screen. I guess you could call it computer use or something like that. But driving a computer screen in the same way that you drive a car. So for the car, it's sort of pixels in or photons in and controls out. The same thing is true for Optimus and digital Optimus. It's photons in, controls out. So we feel confident we can adapt the same Tesla AI technology that we developed for self-driving cars to have a self-driving computer screen, or self-driving computer, essentially. So the self-driving computer, where the Tesla, the very low cost Tesla AI4 computer can handle all of the sort of short-term tasks. They're doing real-time video control of the screen of the computer. So it's not like screenshots type of thing. It's real-time video at high frame rate. And digital Optimus will be important, obviously, for physical Optimus, because physical Optimus needs to be able to operate computers. It can't come up to a touchscreen and not know what to do. It's got to have a generalized touchscreen and computer use capability. So that's looking promising. Then this is in partnership with SpaceX's Grok, sort of the big model that is kind of like the manager of digital Optimus, and kind of tells digital Optimus what to do, provides it with a series of tasks, and then digital Optimus goes and does those tasks. We're also building out a Megapod design that has Tesla AI4 computers with x86. So pairing an x86 computer with the Tesla AI4 computer in a box. And it's kind of just digital Optimus in a box. And in a Megapod, kind of like the Megapack packaging. And so where we put just a large number of AI4 plus x86 combos in a giant box, essentially. And these boxes can be placed anywhere in the country or outside the country. And this allows us to scale AI compute using disaggregated electricity production. So because there's lots of places all around the world, including at our superchargers. I think we've got something like 7 gigawatts of power at our superchargers and growing. And we can place megapods at many of these superchargers and have distributed power for AI. So I think that could be quite a big deal. So in conclusion, we're super excited about our autonomy and robotics roadmap. There's so much awesome stuff coming. It's like I said, hard to squeeze into an earnings call. But we'll have a lot of product announcements. And this is going to be a great year for Tesla. I think one of our best years ever. And then I think next year will be even better. So in conclusion, I want to thank the Tesla team for their excellent execution and all of our supporters for joining us in this journey. Thank you.